We're back, guys. It's The Beer's Gone Bad.
Where the beer flows like wine.
We are your hosts tonight. I'm Pat Tugin.
I'm Scott Van Vook.
And together we make you The Beer's Gone Bad.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for checking in. Tonight, we have a very special beer for you. Again, from across the pond, correct?
Across the pond and down under.
And down under, underneath the pond.
It is a United Kingdom providence.
There we go. Across the pond works, and down under. Both. Anyways, we are drinking Epic Pale Ale, and this is supposed to be the hoppiest beer they have down there, or one of their hoppier beers.
They push this beer as being crazy hoppy by using 15 different kind of hops. I'll show you the label here. On the front it says Epic Pale Ale. The number 15 up here is supposed to denote how many style hops they use in this thing.
Now, I noticed a hint of disbelief in your voiceover when you're talking about that.
I was telling Scott about this beer, and I having not tasted it yet, this is another beer straight out of Auckland, brewed in Auckland, New Zealand, North Island capital. I'm a little skeptical. We've been submerged in a very serious hoppy nation here in San Diego, and I want to give it the benefit of the doubt. I just don't think it's going to stand up.
We don't mess around here in California.
Pop that top.
I will. Shop.tailgatingideas.com.
Yeah, the hoppy, the 15 hops, I respect that. But you know what? Bring it. Because as a San Diegan, I feel that we have a very hoppy palate, and I respect the hops, and bring the hops to me. I'm ready.
What are we looking at for ABV on this bad boy, Pat?
I haven't even been saying that in the last couple times.
I know, dude.
Is it on the front there?
I don't know. Price and ABV, dude. We've just been dropping the ball. You take a week off, and all of a sudden you start just...
These are amazing, by the way. On each bottle, from the Kiwis that we've got here, each bottle is saying... It says, this bottle contains approximately 1.4,
2.1 standard drinks.
Yeah, 2.1 standard drinks. It tells you the exact amounts of drinks that are in these things.
Well, we found a discrepancy between the last two.
1 and then 1.3.
Yeah, they were both 330 milliliters, and one was like, 1.2, one is 1. This is 5.4%, I believe. Is that what it said? ABV?
I will go with 5.4%.
Alcohol by volume for the layman. 5.4. And...
Cheers.
2.1. What do you smell here, Patty?
Let me read the back to you real quick here. You can only drink so many beers in a lifetime, so you better make each one count. That's where we can help. Because at Epic, we're obsessed with creating big hop-fueled flavors. This takes a shed load of skill, and it takes a shed load of hops. In fact, there are 23 crammed in this bottle. Many brewers would call that insane. We call it flavor with a U.
Now, I wonder if they're all New Zealand hops. Because remember we were talking there about Centennial hops, and there's the, like the California style hops.
Smells good though. I'm putting this guy in color palette, 1 Bud Light, 10 Rasputin. This guy's going to get about a 2.5. Clear, but very caramely color.
Yeah, I'm there. I'll give it a 3.
Its head's very tiny. It's got small little bubbles on it. It's not a very big head.
If any of you out there know the difference between maybe the flavor or the strength of a New Zealand style hop to a California style hop, please let us know. Hit us up at Beers Gone Bad, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, whatever. I'd love to hear.
I feel like this beer's taken a long journey to make it to my stomach, and I want to give it its due respect. And I'm going to go ahead and say that yes, this is a pale ale, but kind of a watery version of a pale ale. It's not very in your face, robust and bold. And I don't want to be mean about this, but it's just got a watery kind of flavor to it.
You got to be careful. I mean, you're claiming it's a hoppy beer. You're claiming you went crazy with the hops.
But maybe they're just claiming it because they don't have that crazy hop explosion over there. Maybe next to a Guinness or next to a big robust porter like that.
They might not dry hop it.
That could be.
Because that's where we get that really intense, in your face hops all over it. Is that dry hopping?
I smell pine. There's a little bit of citrus in there.
I mean, it's in there, but it's a fairly well balanced beer. And honestly, if you were looking for a hoppy beer, this isn't it.
It's there though, you can taste it. It's just got a really watery back end to it.
It's there, but it's not. You can taste the hops, but I wouldn't say that's the predominant characteristic in this beer. I think that it's yeastiness and it's...
I'm actually getting more citrus than I am in hops.
See?
Weird. But you know what? I don't mean to bag, because we come from a very hop-fueled kind of country, not country, even county. That something like this, although maybe hoppy in their region, it doesn't push my limits. It is tasty. I'm gonna give it like a 5 just because I know they're trying on this thing.
I think they did a good job. It's a good beer. It's just not what we're used to when we're expecting hops. If you say this is a hopped out beer, this has 15 different hops.
It says 15, but on the side of the bottle it actually says 20, it says 23 crammed into this bottle.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just saying.
Epic? Maybe not so much.
Not so epic.
It's not bad though. You know what? I respected that it took the journey all the way over here, and I will drink it and enjoy this thing. Get out of here, fly. It's one of those things that I feel like with these kind of beers, the pale ale comes across is it should be something that just like it gets you, it just gets you like you're like, oh man, that is refreshing.
And let's look at the kind of beers that they normally drink overseas anyways. They're more lagers, they're more porters,
Stouts.
Belgians. They're all yeastier beers. They're not really hoppy beers, except for the Indian Pale Ale. But even like
it's just the style though. I mean, like those. You took that variation, just twisted it.
Yeah, exactly. And you go the other way with it, where they do like the double IPAs and the triples or tripels, and you get away. Yeah, you get away from that hoppiness. You get back to that yeasty flavor.
I have to say, like something like Green Flash Imperial, even though this is not Imperial, I understand that, but something like that, like that's where I'm gauging this against is a pale.
I think we're just sizing it up against other California beers, and it's not California. It's not even a U.S.
I take that back though. You're right though, because I had a Flying Dog Pale Ale that, I mean, although it was better, still had that same kind of like it was a toned down version, just because it was a single pale ale, like a single.
Yeah.
But
even the doubles and the triples, it's not like they're dry hopping it. They're not adding more hops throughout the process.
I'm still gonna stick with 5 though.
I'm gonna pat on the 5. I wasn't arguing a 5. I'm just trying to explain where I feel like the brewing process comes from, because someone in New Zealand might see this review and be like, wait a second, that's the best beer I've ever had.
Which, by the way, we watched a video of these guys in the bar in New Zealand pouring it, and they're doing something on tap where he was actually pumping it, like a cask or an actual like keg party. Whatever. Go ahead, sorry.
I think it's probably an excellent beer for the region.
I just totally cut you off, by the way, sorry.
No, it's fine. That's how, gotta get it in. That's
I roll.
All day. Now this is gonna happen.
It's just a really watery pale ale. I've had better, and on the, like your aftertaste, I don't know if you can taste that, but it's almost metallic.
It's really sharp and quick, and then gone, and like, oh, it wasn't very good.
Like if you guys have ever kind of like chewed on a piece of aluminum, it kind of has that aftertaste a little bit. Like it tastes like you put a little bit of like lemon and orange, like citrus kind of flavor on a piece of aluminum and chewed on for a little bit.
Yeah, I wouldn't buy it again. So it's probably hitting a 4 for me.
Oh my god. Put that one back down and take a little break for a second. Guys, this is The Beer's Gone Bad. Thanks for checking in again.
Yes, and the beer flows like wine. You can follow us on Facebook, you can follow us on Twitter, you can follow us on YouTube.
We're there, so feel free to comment, let us know what you think. I'm gonna send these out to our guys in New Zealand and see what they think. They're probably gonna yell at us right now, but I'm just being honest.
That's how we feel. But
yeah.
Good job.
Beer's Gone Bad, guys.
Peace.